Hello and welcome to this special weekly show called Diaspora Diamonds, which is our salute to over 32 million strong Indian diaspora present in over 200 countries worldwide. I'm Gautam Roy. Well, the show launched the same day, same time earlier this year, around the time the 17th Pravasi Bharatiya Divas convention was held in Madhya Pradesh's Indore city. PBD provides a platform for the overseas Indian community to engage with the government, that is the Indian government and the people of India, and share their experiences and insights. It also helps strengthen ties between India and global Indian diaspora and to recognize the achievements and contributions of Indians living abroad. The Pravasi Bharatiya Samman Awards are an integral part of the biennial event and are conferred by the President of India upon members of the Indian diaspora who made exceptional contribution in their chosen fields and have acted as India's ambassadors in foreign lands. Our guest this week is one such awardee this year. Joginder Singh Nijjar, recipient Pravasi Bharatiya Samman Award and President Croatia-India Society. Welcome to Diaspora Diamonds, Joginder Singh ji. First of all, congratulations for the award. What are your first thoughts when you heard that you're getting the highest honor that the Indian government can give to an Indian living abroad who's settled in Croatia like you?
The question is, no, I'm living in Zagreb from 30 years. Actually, my ambassadors, Mr. Rajpal Shrivastava, called me on 24th that, Joginder, can you go to India? I said, sir. He said, you got the award. First week of January, I said, okay, yes, why not? I will go to India. Because I thought that if I get the award from High Commission in Zagreb, different story if I go there and see what is happening and how I get this award. Actually, I recognize how big it is award when I reach in Indore and after Indore coming back to Zagreb. So actually it was fully paid by the government of India. I appreciate that Indian government, how much they are doing for their diaspora, the peoples, and I'm the one of them, one of 27 got this award, living in Croatia. So it is a great honor for me.
Yes, we're glad that you were chosen as one of the recipients this year. Now, how did your family and friends really react to it? Were they taken by surprise, or did they feel that the award is good recognition for what you've been doing in Croatia all those 25 years, 30 years that you've been living there?
Actually, my family in Croatia, my wife is a Croatian wife, and my local friends are here, colleagues are there here, professors, students, teachers. So they're surprised. They said, Joginder, you are working this job from last 30 years in Croatia. Always India, India, how is India, how is Croatia? They're telling them what Croatia can learn from Indian democracy, how it is possible, because Croatia is a new country. We got independence in 1992. So 30 years experience. And even today, if we see the 100,000 Croatian peoples, they know more about India. And they go to India every year about 400, 500 peoples. And they, who like them, India, they like very much. So they are surprised to get this award. They said, Joginder, you deserve this, your award. Because we are doing always India, India. If you are singing a song, they can say it's no for India, India, India in Croatia. Croatia is they said Croatia is a small country. I said, no, Croatia is a small country, but it is a country now. It is a European country today. It was always European part of Europe. So they are very, very happy. All 100,000 people are when they heard about my award. Indian government, I said, Indian government recognized me. They select me, and I don't know what is doing your diaspora abroad. Croatia have a lot of diaspora also, maybe about how many population in Croatia is 4 million, about 4 million diaspora they have abroad also.
Right, right. Now tell us a little bit more about yourself as well. What are your qualifications and what exactly do you do in Croatia?
In Croatia, it's not the first day. Actually, we established our society, Croatian Indian Society in 1994. From 1994, we are making the seminars to get together. What is the Croatia? Croatian peoples, mostly our society members are Croatian peoples. Indians are very less here, maybe about 10. Today there are 40 members of Indian national members of a society. So just to always keep in touch, Croatia and India, somebody from Croatia, he was in India as a professor, as a researcher, as well. At the same time, find a partner in India to get them together, to speak together, give their lecture together, Croatian part, Indian parts, that all these peoples can learn from each other. What is India? I explain them India always for 5-10 minutes. And our Indian embassy in Zagreb, they are very helpful, cooperative with our society.
Mm-hmm.
We are doing mostly all together. All our events. Always ambassador always comes with us when we have the events. So he also gave a speech for 5-10 minutes.
Okay.
So how we are creating the relations better and better between our two countries.
Certainly. Now, you got the award really in the category of art and culture as well as education. So, tell us about your related activities in a little more detail now.
Sir, in culture, art, culture, and this education, this is where culture we are always doing here. All the Indian, even in '96, Sonal Man Singh, the first stage of a well-known dancer from India, we organized her to visit Croatia, and she came here. And the hall was the National Theatre of Croatia, Zagreb, well known. It was full, about 350-400 people. They're all Croat. So these are the things which was happened the first time, then the second time, then the more culture groups, Indian, and then the local, the Croatian also. From last 10 years, we are doing very, very well as we are making our ambassador's wife, Lakshmi Shrivastava. She arranges sari show or sari Modern Arabia, we call them. So all the 70 people, these are the sari I can see now on the screen. So this is a sari show. So we always give them after that have some quite a refreshment. Indian food always supply them. But they like very much Indian food also, all the Croatians. So this is never ever happened one event even where we did not give them the Indian taste of India food after our events are finished.
Okay, that sounds
India
great.
India is a very good name. Everybody from Croatia, wherever you say, oh, you're from India, welcome. Even they offer you for a coffee also. But today in India, we have about 100 people that came from India as a research. We are trying for the students to get from India also in Croatia, as Croatia from their 1st of January in Schengen, and they got a Euro currency also. So let us see, we have to talk with the ministry, education ministry here, and with the principals of the colleges are here. They're all keen to do this one, but we are just now starting this one for the students also. Indian professors are here, and Indian researchers are here also. They comes and goes.
Now, how critical is the kind of community work you've been doing for the people of Croatia as well?
This is a local community, the Croatians, they are very, very interested in India. As I told you earlier, there's the traveling, 400-500 people are traveling every year to India. To see India College, they mostly go, they said, okay, we make the tourism here. They can go from Delhi, our golden triangle. This is Delhi, Agra, Jaipur. And some people go there, they spend 2 months, they travel by train, and they're all very, very satisfied, happy. After they visiting India, they comes to me here, which is society. They said, we like to be a member also, society member.
All right.
All we are increasing our society members also. So society is doing a good job. I'm president of society from last 5 years only. So before I was I'm the one of the when we established our society in 1994. So the local peoples are just like Indian peoples. They are very, they are very, they make always a host very well. They always do a good job. We respect the Indians when we meet them here. Language is a difference, of course. It's a Croatian language, but the language is no problem when some people like, and mostly these days, everybody speak English, young people.
Certainly. Now, all this community work must have given you a lot of insight into the Croatian socio-economic milieu as well. What commonalities do you see with India where sharing experiences and knowledge could benefit both the countries?
As in Croatians are a lot of they are doing the, innovation. They have done big innovators. Even one of our guy from Croatia, he got a innovative gold medal in Hyderabad in 3-4 years back. So there, even the Croatian guy, this was Stipe Božić, who was the first Croatian guy with the team of Slovenia and Croatia. They went to the Mount Everest. He said he went there 2-3 times. So we always do the seminars to tell his experience in India, how he went there, and then he come back with the delegations. We do also the events we do like that one with the Indian partner and with our mountains. So they are actually what I say now. We are also in the business also. I'm doing the business from 1975, the time of Yugoslavia. When we started here, when I came here. So this is Croatia is now as a new European country. They came in 1913, and it's the first country anyway in the European Union who joined the European Union in 10 years. They are in Schengen, they are in Euro currency. So all this, they said we fulfill all our aims to become the member of NATO also, of course. So these are they're doing very well. The Indians who come every time when any Indian comes here, even earlier also, even today also, have any Indian problems here. So embassy, and if they complain to the embassy always said, Joginder, please try to solve this problem. Go to meet the people's local, the owner of the company, why they are not getting the wages now. This is problem will start from last 3-4 years only. So they are very helpful people, the Croatian peoples, like we are from India.
Now, you did mention that you are the president of the Croatia-India Society there in Zagreb. Now, what sort of work is this society or you doing in that capacity to further expand India-Croatia relations, especially in trade, investment, and of even the movement of people, skilled workers? What sort of an activity is being undertaken there apart from, art and culture and education?
You see, actually, we are as society, we are working in all fields to make a better relations between India and Croatia, Croatia and India, both sides. India trade is very good, as it is a very small country, as I told you earlier. This is a tourist country, and even a lot of tourists comes from India also to Croatia with our societies. As we said, we could do some events on the tourism also, where the tourists, somebody come from Delhi, from India, speak on tourism, in the Croatian tourism peoples, city tourism directors of the Croatian National Tourism Board. So always trying to get together how we can build up their more relations in every seminar. And we celebrate also here. This is the Mahatma Gandhi's birthday. This is with the Indian embassy and the other things. Then if somebody can speak on the Mahatma Gandhi's from Croatian side and from India side. And there's a college, Indological College in Zagreb, which was established in 1962. It was a very, very long time. People understand Hindi. They speak some people's Hindi language also. So when you speak something Hindi, they were surprised. So that was very old relations. And one of in this Eastern Bloc, the only one college in Zagreb, Indology, 1962.
Hmm.
So this is the name of the Zagreb and the Indology College in Europe is one of the European city name comes or India comes in this one there. We always got this Indian professor who learned as a teacher. Professor comes from India and gave 2-3 years.
Right.
And they gave the lessons to how to speak and learn the Hindi language. Our background goes to the Sanskrit anyway, of course, everything from Sanskrit. Today even I surprised that last year came 2 professors, one for Hindi, one for Sanskrit also from Delhi. So local people, young people are also very interested to India, to go to India, to see India, Indian culture, Indian religious, multinational, multicultural country, how they're living there. So a lot of things are explaining them here. I always take if some things the seminar, the first just see the India, how is India doing. We have just to follow them something. Of course, you are in the Europe, but we will follow. Croatia is a very big football team. They get the gold medals or silver medals in football, in water polo, in handball. They're very good in sports. You'll be surprised that today our Croatian coach in Indian national team, Mr. Igor Stimas.
That's right.
He's there from last 2 years and 1 year more left. And let us see what will happen. Maybe India will join one day in the World Cup or in the Olympic Games in football also.
Well, let's hope that happens soon. But you mentioned that a lot of Indian tourists visit Croatia as well. So, what sort of infrastructure is in place to ensure that these Indian tourists in Croatia feel at home? Are there some Indian restaurants, for instance, in Croatia? Because that's what Indians miss the most abroad. Their Indian home cooked food to shayad nahi mil sakta, but Indian food at least they do really look for.
You see, Indian tourism, people, as I told you, people like from Croatia, they get a very easily visa from our Indian embassy here for the tourist visa to India. They stay for 2 weeks or 1 week. Even today, this is a main person from Indological professor. He's in India. He's having a lecture in Delhi yesterday, even today also. So the Croatian ambassador in Delhi, we have from last 30 years. All the ambassadors, we have a very good relations with them. I myself, personal relations have with them on behalf of our Croatian Society, what we are doing here. And the same like that Indian ambassador to Croatia also, as I told you earlier also. So we are doing a very thing. We think that we can increase more tourism and more goods which India is exporting to Europe. Because Croatia in the eastern bloc of Europe, Croatia is a very big port, Rijeka. And Rijeka is a destination for container loading and doing the goods supply to the neighbor countries, even to Slovenia, to Hungary, to Austria, even to the south part of Germany. The Hamburg is on the other side, so it is too far. So we are doing in all fields, as I told earlier also. Our aim is business is the number one top priority. Of course, the culture and the other things also be going together. As we are telling you, doing a lot of this function and events, they are very successfully and accepted by the Croatian peoples and by the Indian peoples. Both are. And today we have from India about more than about 7,000-8,000 Indian workers, especially workers, labor workers, but they are coming. Russia easily gave them to working visa for 1 year's time. But problem is the language here, Croatian language.
Okay.
They don't know the language, and then our workers, they don't speak English. Again, they have the problem. So problem comes, and we are sitting here to solve the problem. How we can make it easy for the future. Indian government, as I told you, doing very well in these days today. Modi himself, our foreign minister, Mr. Jaishankar. You see, and the second, I gave them we printed a book last year, so it is coming next step maybe, I think. So Croatian-Indian diplomatic relations from last 30 years.
Wonderful. Now, you did mention that India is viewed very positively in Croatia as well, but is it also seen as a rising global power, which is also the voice of the global south, as it is seeking to be while hosting the G20 summit this year?
Yeah, G20 now. G20 is very, very interesting. India is hosting all these countries in G20. And we like this. I told them G20 our is a very good, what we can say, logo or our aim. One earth, one family, one future. Everybody like it here. They said one. This is a very good G20. Okay, Croatia is a small country. I don't know. Maybe they will be invited by the Indian government as a guest, but other countries will come, of course, in that sense. And, the G20 is everybody like this, as I told you. The one earth, one family, one future. So no war, no need war. No, we want a peace. As India's policy is, we want peace. We don't want any war. It's not time for war anyway. As Modi's world also came in the newspaper earlier. So I hope this one of our foreign minister is also coming to India now soon. Croatian foreign minister. So let us see what they will discuss again with our foreign minister Joginder. Joginder is our foreign minister, is the perfect foreign minister. We have a big diplomacy, of course, background from English, British people say. Croatia is a small country. They are opening their diplomatic schools or colleges now after 94, 95. So this they have some lack of diplomacy, I can say even myself. Because these words I can say, our ambassador cannot say these words in Croatia here. No? Or in India.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, now Indians as a diaspora have had a long historical relationship with Croatia as well. Croatians visited India as missionaries first in the 16th century. Now Indians also travelled there for work when Croatia was part of Yugoslavia. But what is the nature of the Indian diaspora in Croatia now, and how is it contributing to the country's overall progress?
You see, Indian diaspora in Croatia is a very less actually. Maybe we can say about 100 people. But the people who comes and goes from here, they're about 150 people. Then, as I told you, the working class who coming here, they're about 7,000 people are here working today. But we cannot say those workers are as a diaspora because they are coming on temporary.
Correct.
So even if I go back to, as last year we print this book, 30 years diplomatic relation between Croatia and India. This book is so good that Croatian Indiological College, their professors and their academics, they write that book. Organize. First, the idea was of our ambassador Rajkumar Shrivastava, and then organized by or printed by the Croatian-Indian Society.
Right.
So this history starts from not from last 30 years, it starts from 16 years, 15 years.
Yes.
In earlier days.
Yes.
Okay, one of the Croat, the written there, Philip Weston, he was a Croat in 1782. He translated Sanskrit in the European language. So this is so our missioner, other missioner, Ante Gabriel, other people are gone to Croatian who write the in Croatia. This is a national song. So he is also convert about Sanskrit also.
Right.
He write book in India also. They are writing.
Okay, before we let you go, tell us about the experience of attending the Pravasi Bharatiya Divas convention in Indore. I'm sure you must have also been coming to India every now and then. So what are your impressions that you've taken back from your latest visit to India about its progress and development?
You see, actually, then as I told you that last year, just in February, ambassador said, Joginder, can I apply to get this award? I said, yes, sir. You can apply. Why not? So after the born the 24th, I told you, he told me, called me, Joginder, can you go to India in the first week of January? I said, yes. I said that I'm a retired person, but who will pay my ticket to India? It's a silly question, but I asked him, he said, Joginder, don't worry, we will take you from Zagreb and we'll bring you back to Zagreb. I said, or if you cannot go, we'll give you this award in our embassy in Zagreb here. I said, sir, I will go. So it was so great that I went to India, get my award. If I did not go to India, so it was a different story. I did not know how big it is, this award, for myself. Yeah, after 30 years of job, doing all this, so what we mentioned earlier also was society, as a president of society, the founder of society. So it was a great to see indoor and get this award. And I think one of our 27 colleagues who got the award, I came to meet to them also. And the second biggest thing, if you tell in Croatia, some people say, I had a lunch with the Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, dinner with our Foreign Minister, Mr. Jaishankar, and got an award from our president. So they all shocked and they said, how big it was. So they even could not, my friends and colleagues here, they could not understand what it is.
Yes.
The total government of India. And I said, this is the way how the Indian look for their diaspora who was doing their honestly job. They always need the honest person who can only think about India, how we can make the good relations in all the fields. Not only the business. Business is a one part. Cultural, meet with the peoples. So I think I have met here maybe, I don't know, not 100,000, but about at least 400,000 people there in Croatia, the last 30 years. So same thing was in at the time of Yugoslavia before.
Wonderful, wonderful. Wonderful. Congratulations once again on this award, and we hope that you do much more in the coming years to further strengthen the friendship between India and Croatia and establish India, be the true ambassador of India in Croatia and, of course, the entire region as well. Thank you so much for joining us and talking about it today. So that was one of the recipients of the Pravasi Bharatiya Samman Award, Joginder Singh Nijjar, talking to us from Croatia. Do keep joining in every Sunday, I beg your pardon, at 10 p.m. IST for more editions of India Ideas. Until then, do keep watching DD India.